Have you ever encountered a piece of music that seems deceptively simple, yet reveals endless layers of complexity? Welcome to Beethoven's Tempest Sonata, Opus 31, number 2, the second movement. Hi, I'm Professor Emerita Lenora Ford Brown. I performed this sonata many times during my concertizing years, and I can tell you that practicing this movement will transform your approach to the piano. You might be asking yourself, why would I want to learn the slow second movement of the Tempest Sonata? You may even think it's boring. Well, this isn't just another piece for your repertoire. The profound architecture Beethoven created, with its deliberate silences, nuanced pedaling, and emotional narrative, offers a complete pianistic education and experience in one single movement. I often tell my students that mastering the second movements of Beethoven's sonatas provides more growth than studying 15 other pieces by other composers. Join me as we explore how to interpret the emotional depths that form the essence of this masterpiece. You'll develop an artistic sensitivity and attention to detail that will definitely elevate your playing. In addition to interpretation ideas, I'll teach you how to play the rhythm correctly and apply tasteful pedaling. I'll also talk about the ornaments, the dynamics, and voicing the melody. The first thing I'm going to talk about on this piece is rhythm, because it is so very complex. And if you don't understand the rhythm, you can't play the piece. If you can't count the piece, you just can't play it. There's just no way. So this is a great piece to help you to learn how to count better, how to count out loud while you're playing. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. I break this piece down into 16th notes and counting 12 16th notes per measure. Now, the way I break that down is I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, because there's 3 beats in each measure. So you'll see how I do that. When we start the piece, we have a rolled chord. I suggest you start your counting when you get to the top of the rolled chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that starts you right out with learning how to count that first line. The first line is hard because you have a double dotted 8th note followed by a 32nd note. So that's why you've got to count that precisely. If you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, that's exactly the way that Beethoven wrote it. Here's measure 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now, skipping over to measure 5, I would count this with just numbers and start the run on count 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've covered now the counting for up through measure 6. Let's skip over to measure 8. First, I would learn to play it without the trill and the grace notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now put in the grace notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now put in the trill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here we have again the turn, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So we have a turn there that you want to make sure you're starting and being able to play that 32nd on and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now let's skip down to measure 17, where we deal with some rhythm problems in the left hand. On this, you have an 8th note that's going to get 2 counts because we're counting in 16ths. So it's 1, 2, the 16th gets 3, and then this group of notes, of 32nd notes, starts on the 4th count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. What we want to do is count 4 counts and then start the turn on the 2nd count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do it without the turn, you'll get the exact rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you don't want to distort that exact rhythm by putting in the turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jumping to measure 23. In this we have again the left hand, and if we just do the left hand alone, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you're going to be going from here up to here. You're starting each of these on the count of 4. I put the right hand with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skipping to measure 28, we have a different issue because we just have 3 notes now on the left hand instead of the 4, but it still comes on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Skipping to measure 31. In the right hand, we have again the 30 seconds. So we would want to count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. I'm going to take the measure just before it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Measure 35, we have in the right hand a 16th note now that's taken by the thumb. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's the 4th 16th of the first 4 16th notes. If I play that with the left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now we're going to talk about the most active part of the piece as far as how many notes there are. If you look at from measure 51 to 59, you see a page full of a lot of 30-second notes on the left hand, and you might think, oh, that's fast and that's really hard. Well, it's not very fast, and I'm going to talk about how to handle this section later, technically. Right now, let's stay with the rhythm. I'm starting with the pickups into 51, and I'm starting with 30-second notes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Let's take measure 52. Notice that I'm playing this note with the first note in the left hand. Then I'm going to start the turn on the D and then play the E flat with the B flat because they're both 30-second notes, and then it comes out exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Down on measure 55, you have you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that's basically what you've got through here. The next measure on 56, at the end, you have some 16th note arpeggios that start on the second 30-second note. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 89 has 30 seconds in both hands. So we're going to count that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now skipping to measure 93. Again, you have a turn here, so you would do a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I would do this 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I would count it in 1, 2. Start with beat 3. And this is a lot of notes to put in, but it's just a B flat major scale. So you're going to the C. So you're going to start with 3 and going to there. So practice your B flat major scale and you'll be fine on that. Now we've covered every rhythm problem that you probably will encounter in this piece. So my suggestion to you is to be sure you're counting out loud, count in 16th notes like I was doing. You'll be able to get the counting exactly right in this, and it's very important that you keep it very precise. I want to move on just a little bit. I've covered ornaments pretty much through what I did because you could see how I did it in relationship to the rhythm. But two places I'd like to talk a little bit about trills are on measure 8, because it's so very difficult. This one, you've got to hold the B flat into the A, which means you have to use these upper fingers for the trill. So I'm using 5, 3, and I've got my thumb on the B flat. You could also use 2 on the B flat and go 1, 3, and then connect down from 2 to 1. I prefer 5, 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, and then just slide down with my thumb. On measure, right at the very end, on measure 100, you have a trill. On this one, this is where we get into, well, do the trills start on the upper note or do they start on the initial note? And if you've watched my video on trills, we know that in the Baroque and classical periods, it was customary to start the trills on the upper note. However, I feel that in this case, it somewhat distorts the melodic line because of the slowness and the nature of this melodic line. I suggest that when you play this trill, here I am, I would start it on the D, and I would start this on the A, because we want to keep the integrity of the line, the melodic line. And if you start on the upper note, you lose that line a little bit. So it's my suggestion on these trills that you start them on the initial note, just a quick pause to remind you to click the like button if you're enjoying this lesson, and subscribe for more piano lessons on famous classical pieces. Thanks for helping our channel grow. At the beginning of teaching you this piece, I talked about how I was going to teach you how to observe rests and how important they are. This piece has extremely important rests that you must observe. And if you download my PDF of my fingering and pedaling, you'll see where I've circled the rests that you need to be very careful with. I'm going to point them out to you, and I think it's something that many pianists don't observe. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Now, in conjunction with it, I'm going to talk about pedaling, because certainly pedaling and rests have to go hand in hand. You can't, if you're going to do a rest, you can't pedal through the rest. So it's important what's very good about this edition, I love this edition because I have never seen more detailed pedaling and exact precision on when to let go of the pedal, when not to hold the pedal with the rests. As we look at the music here, we see this roll chord, and like I said, go all the way to the top before you start counting, but you're going to use a pedal here. 2, 3. Now, when I go to my right hand, the pedal comes off, the left hand comes off, and this stands all alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I put the pedal down before I let that note go, and then I pedal again here. So pedal here, because change of chord. Now I'm going up here, there's a rest. I'm letting go of the pedal and my left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I put the pedal down there before I let go of this note to catch it so that I can connect it into here. Change the pedal. Now change the pedal. Now I'm going to hold this all the way through. I'm going to hold my left hand down. I'm going to start the run. And before I get to the D, I went a little over it, but before I get to that D, I'm going to let go of that pedal so that I get the clarity. Now I immediately let go of my left hand so that we observe the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I put the pedal down to catch that note. Now, new pedal, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here, come off the pedal. Now, pedal, pedal. Now, why am I separating those notes? Well, as you see in the music, you see the dots and you see the slurs over them. This is portamento. So portamento means half legato, half staccato. You're not going to play them real short like this without pedal. You're not going to play them like this with all that pedal. You want to separate them slightly. Pedal, pedal, pedal. So very, very carefully release your pedal and your hand at the same time to get that kind of sound. I'm going to do it again. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Now here, lift for the grace notes and put the pedal down on the C. And then the minute you play that, lift the pedal. Now notice the rest here. It's silent. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice there's a pedal here so that you can connect into this. But the minute you get to there, you lift the pedal, then put it back down. Okay, so then I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Now put the pedal down there. Keep it down. Now when I get to here, I'm going to lift it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Now before I let go of that note, I put the pedal down to connect that note down to here. New pedal. Lift, and then put the pedal down. Lift, 2, 3, 4. Put the pedal down so that you connect those notes. Now you can roll this left hand. 1 and lift up, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Put the pedal down to connect that note into this note. Take a new pedal. Lift and back down. Lift. Pedal. Pedal. Notice my right hand's off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Pedal. Pedal. Pedal, off. Above that, you're going to be holding a note. So I'm going to start on measure 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Pedal. And I pedal this and then come off. Put this note down. Now I pedaled this just slightly because it's portamento. Now I'm still holding this note, connected to this note. I transfer fingers to get on 5 there. I pedaled this, and I pedaled this, and I pedaled this. But notice the rests after. Then these, pedal, off. Now you can do a couple of things here. You can pedal and just not do any, which is kind of what this addition is marked. Then here, make sure you don't pedal that first note until after you've played that note staccato. Now you can put your pedal down, and your left hand doesn't play or hold any notes, so your right hand's all by itself here, and you're pedaling each one of these chords. That shows you how detailed this music is. Yet, if you learn to observe the pedaling and the rests like this, your playing ability will increase dramatically. I promise you that. We are really getting into the nitty-gritty of exactly what the music has. And you're observing every single thing that Beethoven put in there. He wouldn't have put all those rests in there if they weren't important to him. And it's important that we, as the artists, reproduce this beautiful music in a way that would honor Beethoven's intentions. I want to talk about the next section, which would be this B section, where he goes into this melody on measure 31, which is so beautiful. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he does a little bit of a pickup back up to the melody. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he goes down to the C, and then he goes down to the A. Then to go on, his melody is here: F, F, G flat, G flat, G flat to A to C, and then he goes all the way up to C, up to E flat, and then he comes down with this run back to his B flat, and here's your melody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Finally, I'm going to talk about the interpretation, which is a very, very big subject on any piece, because it's always open to the opinion of the artist, how the artist feels. I'm going to give you my opinions on the interpretation of this movement. I feel that Beethoven on this movement was exploring the registers of the piano. I think he was going from low to high. Now, he was experiencing extreme difficulty in his hearing at the time that he composed the sonata. This was during his, what we call the middle period, and his hearing loss was starting to be quite dramatic, and he was very stressed about it. He was discouraged, and I have often felt that maybe what he was doing when he wrote this is he was listening to see where he could hear tones. Could he hear his tones more down here, or could he hear his tones up here? Where could he hear them best? It was almost like he was experimenting with it. He may have had other ideas in mind. That is something that I have thought of, that may have occurred. In any case, I would start the piece extremely soft. I'd roll to the top. 1, 2, 3. Now off the pedal. Now make sure you get down to your B feet. Now the important thing here is that you voice. We want to hear that B flat going into the A. Now you can see what's going on with my arm. That's how I voice. With my arm out here, I'm able to have power to play that 5th finger. That's strong. And my 4th finger. So put your arm out. So he's going down to here. 1, 2, 3. Now he goes up to here. 4, 1, and he goes to the E flat, middle register. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now keep it going. The phrase is not over. Now notice he goes soft. 1, 2, 3. There's a crescendo to here. Now we're going to bring out the bottom. 2, 3, 4, and here it goes up again here. Voice. Now bring out the bottom. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You can roll this chord. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to the G flat. Now your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it goes up to here. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And he wants this loud, soft. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Going to the A and going to the B flat. So we've drawn that melody all the way through. Now let's talk a little bit about momentum. How do you stop what I just played from being vertical and boring? I'm going to play it again and talk how I feel about the movement of this. I'm going up to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. I'm moving into here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want it to go to here and into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want to get to there. Now it's important to keep that phrase going. And he even puts a crescendo to here. So we've done the first part of that. Now we're starting again. And I'm going to bring out the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want this to move to here. 2, 3, 4, 1. I want to get back down to my B flat. And bottom. 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I want to get up to the C. 2, 3, 4, and 1. And I want to move into the G flat. Now left, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to the C, and keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, keep it going. 2, there. Okay, so you can see in my thinking how I was always pushing one part into the next part to keep it moving. Now, as we move on in this, we're starting with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now you've got to voice these chords. Now diminuendo. Off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to there. Now Beethoven wrote a crescendo here on these 3 chords. Then he wrote piano. 2, 3, 4. Now here we want to be aware that we want to move. 3, 4, 1. Keep it going. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're crescendoing. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and he does a piano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's getting softer. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you were aware of how I was building the intensity of the phrase. It was moving ahead. I was letting all of this keep moving. Now all of these chords must be voiced. So it's very important. And some ways I would tell you to practice this is you could practice these chords like this. You could go, this is measure 22. This gives you a sense of balance, how you want to get the top note to sound in relation to the other notes in your hand. Then always keep your arm out so that you have strength for the top note. So you're working for that voicing. Hopefully you can hear that top note. And you want to work to achieve that through this entire section. The voicing is so important. Now we're into the melodic section, measure 31. I'm going to do the pickup into it. I feel like this part is, it's marked dolce, which means sweetly. I feel like this is a part where Beethoven feels at peace. Somehow he's feeling like he has maybe come to terms with maybe his deafness and his illness, and maybe he's feeling better about life here. It seems as though he's doing that. So I'm starting with measure 30, which it starts on the and of the first beat. So I believe this part should be simple. It shouldn't be rushed. It should feel like you're walking through the forest and you're just enjoying the beauty of nature. And it's very possible that he thought of this beautiful melody because he loved nature and he walked often. So that could be what he was thinking here. That part goes on until he comes to here. This is measure 38, and he starts this left hand. I always think of these as drum rolls. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. He's got a crescendo. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And he's going up to here. And he's back to like the beginning again. So this is just a short B section, but it just has so much emotion and beauty in it and drama. It's a very big combination of it there. Now I promised to talk about the section between 51 and 59 that has the 30 seconds that come up here as you cross over your right hand and you're playing these 30-second notes. So how I would practice these, there are several ways that you could practice them, and you need to see as you do it which one really works the best. You could do rhythms because that's always a way to get comfortable going from these intervals down. So that's a good way. I would also suggest in groups of 4, so though that you start. you could do that on each one of these arpeggios. Then it may be in groups of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. And the important thing on this is that you want it to be much softer than your right hand, because you have the melody going on here while you're putting this in. So it's very important that you practice with your arm up high. You don't want to drop into it. Keep your arm high so that you can get that very light sound. But you can see it's not too fast. Now down here, you have some just plain straight arpeggios. You want to make sure you've got good fingering. I start here with my third finger. So I do 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. And then 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these, of course, are 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. So my fingering is in the PDF in the description below. You can print that out and it should help you. Again, with these arpeggios, you should practice them maybe in groups of 4. And then in group of 8. They still have to be quite, this one has to be kind of soft, but it's got a crescendo. And this one has a crescendo. So you want to try to crescendo up to there. You want to try the crescendo. Notice how high this arm is. Otherwise, you're going to be too loud for what you're trying to accomplish up here. I'm going to start in this very dramatic section of the piece on measure 80. And I'm going to play it and talk as I play, because I want to point out all of the dynamics that Beethoven put in here and the drama that is present in this amazing piece, and how exciting this is. So I'm starting with measure 80. It's very soft. So I've got my soft pedal on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now Beethoven wrote a crescendo here, so I took my soft pedal off. And I'm getting louder. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, and I'm going up to the sforzando forte. 4, 1, 2. Now back to piano. 4, 1, 2, 3. Now he wrote a crescendo. 1, 2, 3 with a sforzando. Down to piano. Now a crescendo. Now very intense. Sforzando. Down to piano. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, left hand. 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. Very mysterious. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. sforzando. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is that B flat, up to the C. Now he has a sforzando. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, sforzando. Now piano. 3, 4, 1, 2, which goes to the A and to the B flat. Now you can take this with 2 hands if you want, but it's better if you can keep your left hand on the B flat and connect these octaves. 4 and 1. Now here, look what he does. That line goes down to the left. I want to talk a little bit about these octaves. So we come to the A, to the B flat. Now it's best if you can take this with your right hand and you transfer on the bottom 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 5 to 4. Then I go up to 4, 1, 2, 1, 4, 1 to 2 down here. And you'll see my fingering. Now be sure you're paying attention to this line. And bring it out to here, here. It's softer. Hear the silence. We know Beethoven went completely deaf. So he was experiencing some of this, and I'm sure it was affecting him emotionally. This is a great, great piece to study. There's so much that you can learn from this. It takes great discipline to play this piece, but it's well worth learning. You won't want to miss my next video on the first movement of this sonata. There, I share with you my best solutions and tricks to overcome the most common problem areas. And you'll love playing the first movement if you haven't already.